Okay, YouTube, it's Mr. Eric. What day am I recapping today? I'm a couple days behind. Alright, September 18th, Saturday. Started out this morning pretty early. Got up at 6:30 a.m. because John and I had a book sale at 9 a.m. I ate my breakfast, John got up late, like 7:15, and we were out the door by 7:30. Took a 40-minute drive to Hebron, Douglas Library. This is the third book sale from them that John and I would go to. The first two went really well. Actually, the first one I went to with Mr. Tyler. It was actually my first book sale ever, so yes. The second time I went was with Mr. Tyler and my brother John, and that went well too. I was very surprised because those book sales were a couple of months apart, so I would think like there'd be a lot of duplicates, not more donations of profitable books, but I was mistaken. I remember specifically Mr. Tyler picked out an old-looking Curious George book. Didn't sell for much on eBay a couple months later, but I was proud of Mr. Tyler. Anyway, we're talking about the 18th. So John and I drive to the book sale, and I'm happy to see the parking lot's pretty much empty other than a couple of old people. The old people, they don't really sell books the profitable way. They just pick up what they like, they give it to their grandkids, or they like do a couple of eBay listings. They don't do high volume like we do. I was basically the first dealer there. I put my box out in the line, then just chill in the car. John takes a nap in the car for the next hour that we're waiting, and occasionally watching the cars pull in. Every time an old lady pulls in, I'm like, yes, no dealer, fill up the spot in line. That was a good thing. Most of the time, it doesn't really matter because people get into the book sale quick. You're only shaving off like 30 seconds if you're 10th in line. This time though, being farther up in line was an advantage, cause as John and I are standing in the book sale line with 5 minutes to go before opening, the lady comes out who's running the book sale and says, "Hi guys, sorry, just a heads up, the town of Hebron said that we gotta limit the capacity to 25 people." So I was like, yes, dude, we're fourth in line, all these old people behind us, couple old people in front of us, the next dealer gotta be like number 20 or something, so we're golden. The other dealer that I recognized, the bald tall guy from Turkey, he was all the way at the end, so he's gonna wait. I'm like, yes, F yeah. 5 minutes go by and John and I rush in. I hit reference textbook section, John hits the history. It's our usual go-to dual partnership. I do the textbooks pretty quick, not many good ones, and then I move into, I think, religion, crafts, gardening, and I pick up some pretty good books. One of them I scanned was an art book that goes for around $100. The others, some in the $30 range, some in the $50 range, and I think I filled up 2.5 bags, boxes. John filled up 2.5. The only other dealer there I've never seen before. When we were in line, I noticed he like ran to the back of the line to the other Turkish guy, the tall bald guy, and said hi to him. So I'm pretty sure like that guy might have taught him how to do it. Screw you, come on, like go somewhere else. During the book sale, this dude literally has his phone on full volume. So every single scan yielded that ding noise when it was not profitable and that booyah noise when it was profitable. The most annoying freaking thing in the world. If I was not a dealer and I saw that going on, I'd be like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's literally annoying the crap out of me while I'm trying to read the back of this book to decide whether I want to get it or not. This dude has no respect for other people. Furthermore, this guy has no respect for the book sale people themselves. These people were short-staffed. There was this one lady running back and forth trying to help us move boxes. She went up to him at one point and said, "Hey, you got 10 minutes left," because they limited us to 30-minute time slots. She said, "Hey, you got 10 minutes left. I gotta start to move your boxes." And he starts getting freaked out. He's like, "Oh, no. I need to scan. Like, I need to double check and all that." She starts getting mad back at him. Good for her. I respect her for that. They go back and forth. I'm not gonna waste my time watching it, listening to them, because I'm gonna go scan the books that he hasn't scanned yet and John hasn't scanned yet. I go do my thing. He's still arguing with her, being a little bee. Once the lady says there's a minute left till 8:30 and we gotta wrap up, I go over to her with my bags, give John my wallet, that way I could go scan a couple more books so that I could get them in the bag. She's very happy with us. She says, "Thank you so much for cooperating. I'm sorry it has to be this way. We're just short-staffed." I just suck up a little bit. I'm like, "Oh yeah, anytime. I'm very happy to be that way. We love this book sale, all that." I just puckered up a bit. Meanwhile, this dude, Turkey guy, he's still scanning. She goes over to him and she's like, "Hey, you gotta wrap it up. No more double checking. You gotta go." He gets mad at her because she starts to move his boxes and he says, "Oh, you're breaking the books. You're damaging the books." And she says, "You gotta leave now. No more scanning books. There's other people waiting." He gets more mad. He's like, "You're damaging my books. Blah, 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 blah." I'm like, screw this guy. John and I are gonna go. We bring the stuff to the car. Couple minutes later, while we're packing the car, we see this guy rush out with his 2 boxes of books. While he's walking by, I take a peek into his boxes and I'm like, ha, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Both books I got a good sight of are unprofitable. They're high production books that go for like $5 used price on Amazon. So this guy clearly doesn't know what he's doing. I'm happy to have that type of competition. Screw people like him. John and I talked about it on our way home, and John basically said that this dude literally scanned every book that John scanned. So for example, John went to scan the history section in this one box. That guy right after him would scan the same books. Of course there's gonna be nothing for you, bro. John and I are the best scanners by far. I spent like 4 hours setting up my triggers on my Scoutly app to make sure I know which book is profitable for us. John knows the data and everything, but he could literally close his eyes and wait for the triggers and he's good. This guy, no way. He probably uses the default settings. Screw him. I hope to see him again because he won't do any good. I'm looking for the next book sale. After the sale, John and I drive home. Mom and Dad and Daria have plans to go to the Berlin Fair. I've never been to the Berlin Fair, but I'm excited to go. Of course, nobody's ready when I get home, so I kind of just stand there with my balls out, waiting for everybody to be ready. I voice my concern, but they're not ready, so I just give in and I watch some Steve Will Do It on my phone. I love Steve Will Do It, #1 YouTuber, by the way. Finally, after a couple hours, family gets ready, and we're off to the Berlin Fair. John and I drive in one car because we want to get Chinese food. Daria, Mom, Dad, and actually Maya go in the other car straight to the fair. After John and I get our Chinese food, we go to meet Mom and Dad at the Berlin Fair. I saw one guy, he's an author, local author, he just wrote a book, so I started talking with him some business. I'm like, yo, let me get your contact information. If I set this bookstore up, maybe you could come through one day and advertise your book. No commission, anything, I just want to help you out. And he's like, yeah, I bet. So he gives me his email and his phone number, so that was cool. We go through the animal stuff. Maya takes a picture of this weird goat, and I think it's freaking funny, so I post it on my Snap story. We go to the CT Berlin Republicans booth. I see that girl from Middlesex Nursing, Audra. I just catch up with her for a bit, and I actually see Joe Rapocchio too, who I used to play soccer with. Joe Rapocchio and I talk a little bit about those memories. Dad talks to him too. It gets way too hot. I'm thirsty. So John and I leave. I go to the warehouse. By this point, I'm freaking exhausted. So I actually end up taking a nap. I wake up around 11 p.m. So I slept for maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then I get to work, get to grinding. Stayed up very, very late, probably till 3 or 4 a.m. I actually sleep overnight at the warehouse. I'm going to leave it off at that. I'll let you know what happens tomorrow, Sunday. Peace out.